Hola, te habla Rosemarie Sánchez con tu programa Hablando entre Mujeres. Entrevistas de lujo, hombres y mujeres de liderazgo total. Aquí se encuentran historias maravillosas, mucho conocimiento y mucho que aprender. Por eso te esperamos en este tiempo para que puedas también reenviar este mensaje a muchas otras personas. Hablando entre Mujeres ya tiene 6 años en el aire. Gracias a nuestros medios aliados, nuestro podcast y por supuesto tú que rediriges este programa. Sin más que decir, quédate en casa porque Hablando entre Mujeres es el lugar de conocimiento e impacto y globalización. Gracias. Aquí Rosemarie Sánchez contigo. Break the Rose Productions. Hola mis amigos, aquí como siempre Rosemarie Sánchez con tu programa Hablando entre Mujeres, Talking Among Women. Today we're going to have a fabulous show. We're going to have invited guests and we're going to talk in English. This time we have powerful speakers here with us. We have Amitha, Fitkariwala, and
Yes.
have Dave Mago. So both of them, they're coming, hello, today with us with our show because we have our breakfast with brilliant minds. And who they are? Yes, they're brilliant minds. So thank you very much for being powerful speakers here today, for being with us. Also, interact with other people to give this fabulous message tonight. Now, I wondered how my guests are, but before that, remember this is broadcasted through Break the Rose Productions and also here Rosemarie Sánchez. How are you, Mika? How you doing?
Hi, Rosemary. I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you so much for having me today.
I'm so glad to meet you and see you here. I know that we've been freaking for long now, and right now we are with Dave also, who's another speaker with our breakfast. How are you, Dave?
Oh, I'm good today. Excellent.
Alrighty. I see you're ready to rock and roll here, eh?
Oh, definitely, 100%. My mind's just combinating all the ideas as to what I'm going to speak about that will be helpful for everybody on your show.
Amazing. And that's what it is. Well, what we really do is to embrace not only the powerful message of the speakers that are leaders, but also to give an idea to who are going to be listening why we should do these kind of messages. Let's say like the breakfast, maybe powerful entertainment with different colleagues, networking, strategies. Because right now, today in life, if we're not together, it's kind of difficult, isn't it, Amitha?
Yes, and educational as well. So if we know something, pass it on. Let people know. Yes.
Exactly right. So
Yeah.
I wonder, Amita, you've been coming to different breakfasts and you have seen that we progress through the year. You're very knowledgeable about health and also
Mm-hmm.
finances. So let's talk about your topic. What you're going to entertain us, perhaps, educational speaking, on that breakfast on Sunday, the January 25th,
25th.
our restaurant in Texas Longhorn in Mississauga. Let us know a bit what your our discussion will be in your topic.
Sure. Thanks, Rose. So, a brief introduction about myself. My name is Amitha Fitkariwala, and I have immense experience in the healthcare sector, working for 18 plus years in different countries. So, this has also brought me along with a lot of financial knowledge that I've gained across immense, different countries working, interacting with people and networking again, knowing different cultures, right? So that's the reason I'm here with Rosemary. We are good friends and we didn't know each other. We met it through another friend of ours. And here we are today doing a lot of common initiatives, common goals. So, regarding my topic, I would like to emphasize this a lot today with the inflation and the current market in Canada. The financial health of people and the well being, healthy, and how we can interface ourselves. If you're financially well, I put it this way, you're also doing well here today in Canada. So many of us are seeing reverse immigration. We are seeing how inflation and the increased cost is affecting, people today in our daily lives, in day-to-day expenses and how to manage them. So, my topic would be to help people and families and individuals to plan their finances so that they can stay healthy wealthy, and plan and build a legacy to live here in Canada. That will be my topic, Rose.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think it's very important. Sometimes listen to other perspectives and other people with the information they handle. We
Yes.
sometimes go to the bank, we have criteria on what they say. These days they're not taking in consideration what really people want in their needs, other
Yes.
than what they really want for their results, right? So
Yeah.
that's why you people need powerful messengers like us here today, giving you
Yeah.
perspective in what is good, may not be that good, and what can be better. So thank you for being here, Amitha. We're going to pass on right now with Dave. Please stay with us because we have other questions, perhaps in regards to the topic. Now,
Sure. I'll
Dave,
be there. Yeah.
thank you. Dave, alongside we're friends and we're colleagues and we're studying together,
Yeah.
paralegal. I really wish people know you because your character is very familiar with people that they want to embrace leadership and also grow in their spaces, right? Making
Exactly. Yeah.
sure they know how, society and the ecosystem of law or many other things can happen and be in good towards them. So
Definitely.
let us know about your topic, please. So you're going to speak in the breakfast.
Yep. So, just a quick background. I spent 20 years in the nonprofit sector, working with newcomers to Canada, new business, entrepreneurship, and the whole thing was being trained as a life skills coach. I was able to pinpoint the exact problems and issues that a lot of newcomers have when they want to start a business. And so what I came up with is I used two theories. One is called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I combined it with the 4 stages of learning, which is the essential tools for entrepreneurial success, right? So
Amazing.
when we actually ask ourselves, well, how does that fathom an idea? How does that help us? Well, the whole idea is to understand these tools. First, you've got to understand what Maslow's about. Maslow is about the first stage, 5 stages. First stage is about psychological needs. Basically, you're getting paid for something you created. You're trying to start something that can give you that safety idea, that psychological idea that says, I've started something, I feel in my mind that I can create it and make some money out of it. Once we have that basic fundamental established, we then move to the safety part. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, safety is about ensuring that the business, and we're talking about entrepreneurial side, that the business supports itself. So you've started your business, you're starting to grow, but you say, you know what, we got to make sure we survive before we can move forward. So we always have to have the idea, and I tell my clients when I was in nonprofits, that business that supports itself, make sure that when you establish a psychological need, you have the idea of safety as well. You have to constantly think in 2 steps ahead instead of working in the present and that one first step you're working on. So you're trying to keep yourself competitive. So once we establish a business that is making money and is actually supporting itself, this is where now we develop that business, that family unit within the company, where it's stage 3, love and belonging. Now it's not romantic love, but sometimes we call it our work family. So it is a romantic love for our work family. So we call it the great business relationships, which is potential for building new connections, founding new team dynamics, building company culture, which is so important that it allows people to have a sense of belonging and they love what they're doing. It is the worst thing is, when you're growing a business, is to have you, especially the owner, saying, oh, great, I have to go to work today. But you're like, okay, I love to go to the company because I'm going to meet all these wonderful employees of mine, right? And it allows us now to move to the next step, which is stage 4. We build our esteem and achievements. Now we're dealing with excellence in business. Well, you ask yourself, what is that? So we have the internal esteem, your self-worth and your confidence, self-achievement, mastery, personal growth. Then we also look at the external esteem, which is recognition and status. You're looking at the social status, looking at customer employee success stories. Now you're moving into the achievement section as to we've, created a business, we're getting paid, we have a company culture. Now we have to move forward to say success that allows us to go even further. And then we actually go to the last stage, which is stage 5, self-actualization, purpose and legacy. So now we are basically creating a business that aligns itself with personal identity, motivation, resilience, that people come in because they want to work here and they want to be able to be successful. So then we take that now and put it into the parameters of the 4 stages of learning. Now we know the 4 stages of learning is basically, we have the unconscious incompetence, which is forming. Okay? We're forming that ability to create a competence in our back of our mind that says, how are we going to be aware and recognize our business and make sure it can, those 5 stages are continuing. We then go to the storming idea where, okay, now we have all these ideas, we're forming the relationship, but we're having trouble connecting with everybody. Okay?
I want to leave you there one moment. I want to leave you there for a minute because this is really important for people to understand that going through these stages that you're talking, we have Amitha here who has a very big purpose. You know, she's building legacy. She's helping people to manage their business individually in a business. So what do you find into a relationship that right now they've described that other people can observe, not only into making themselves their own business, but maybe to partner up with other people? Let us find out with Amitha, and then we relate back to you, Dave, with the other stuff. Please.
Yes. So Dave, thank you so much for giving me these insights, because I think our topic is a little hand in hand, because you're helping people to develop their business. This is exactly what we do as well. So we train people to become leaders and to do their own business in the financial sector. So
exactly. Good.
Yeah. So what happens is this is another way of becoming and getting financial freedom. So today in Canada, you cannot just restrict yourself to just being a coach or being in healthcare or being to one specific industry. Things are getting very diverse, and we need to also upscale because of the use of AI. Like, I'm a current data scientist working at GSK, but then I'm upscaling myself every day with AI, which can replace my job. So we don't know tomorrow. I can't upscale to the level of AI probably. So that is the reason we need to have a skill set too. So my skill set too that I figured out was finance. So in a similar way, we'll have to start thinking about what can be my A game when the scenarios are changing, and when the financial crisis hits us, what can be the plan B for us? If we are doing this, what can we do? Like, I know both of you are doing paralegal. That's fantastic, right? So you do finance or you do coaching and you're helping families and you're adding another skill set. So I think this is another way of building our own selves and helping ourselves as well as educate families to do things, like they can possibly explore in Canada. I think this is where I could bring my expertise and explain more in the breakfast meet.
I love it. Dave, what I see here is important, because sometimes people, they said, even, okay, I'm an employee right now, but I have a great idea. I have an obsession of becoming my own business and into fact help others, because I have a great idea. And you were talking about that at the beginning, just on the second part. You have a great idea. You have something to collaborate with others. But how do you develop those, strategies? How do you develop those blend values? How do you, in fact, put them into action? Let's listen from you, Dave.
So this is the stage where actually we're talking about is the storming. They call it the understanding the conscious. Hang on a second. Okay. So this is the conscious part of the presentation, where it's conscious incompetence. You're consciously aware of your incompetence because you need to be able to know how to manage people, how to set clear goals, provide support and encouragement while celebrating those small little wins, right? So the methods is developing awareness and skill. Okay, so once we get that idea of developing feedback and reflective learning, it kind of pushes us to this behavior now becomes normal. We are now starting to connect the 5 stages of Maslow in the 4 stages of learning. So I'm just going to take, there's two parts of this again, but I'm going to go down to the meat and potatoes because I know time is limited, right? But so the norming is transition to a conscious competence. You know what you're doing, it's regular practice. You've built up teams that are now able to follow a path of clear goals and a process and procedure kind of thing, right? Okay. We go down to the performing, which is transition to unconscious competence. It's like riding a bicycle. You don't have to, if you rode it before many years, you don't think about how to ride a bicycle. So this is where this unconscious competence is mastering skills to the point of automatic execution. You're not thinking about it. You're not worrying about looking at a manual because now you have established teams and a process and procedure. It's set in your mind. Your cognitive behavior is developed. Okay, but now when we integrate both learning stages, it's important to understand you're identifying needs to fuel entrepreneurial ambition. Okay, this is by growth and purpose-driven mindset. We're going to the next part, which is the action-oriented strategies. You have vision, goal, bias for action, and a resourcefulness of a plethora of resources. Who is the best source of resources in your company? People, right?
Yeah, and that's what, let me just introduce myself here because I'm going to be talking about personal branding also and how to restructure it. Okay, how to restructure it. Most of the times we think motivation is the thing that's going to get us all the time active. And in reality, motivation, I don't think lasts even 48 hours. Okay,
Exactly.
So what is the difference in between motivation and self-purpose, discipline? I think that's where most of the problems come from humanity and also from human beings that they want to develop something. But when it comes to the matter of being disciplined, you know, being in constancy, doing something repetitive, that's where the problem and the key problem is. Because people values all the time have to be defined of, oh, give me something to admire myself. Oh, if you give me this in return, then I feel better. If you tell me I'm beautiful, then I believe, you know? So those things, how can we penetrate in the mindset of a human being? That is not what people said of what you believe. It's really in reality what you do, because your actions talk more than what you said. And these are the things that we're talking here, that sometimes we want to have this kind of conversation with a lot of people, but not a lot of people are ready for our mindset the way we're talking here. You see? So how do we develop people to really strengthen their inner self into a better, productive person that can combine education with action? And also the action brings results. That's why it's so important to come to this breakfast. Sometimes people said, oh, we would spend $60 in that. Excuse me, you know, you don't get brilliant minds all the time together with powerful messages that and give you the tough ideas that really empowered you to succeed thereafter. And like I said, don't believe that coming here and you have the motivation in 40 hours, you're done. No, you are the one who motivates yourself every day. We are in competition to ourselves every day, not to somebody else. When you understand that, then you start following a pattern that says, you know what? I have to upgrade my skills. I have to find Amitha. I have to find Dave. I have to find Miriam. I have to find Ileana, who are people that already have some kind of knowledge out of the power side. I have my own. And that's when we're collecting brilliant mindsets together. And exactly. It's such a powerful thing.
Mind if I actually add something to that, what you were saying? Yes. This is the point where when you get that motivation, okay, that entrepreneurial ambition, this is the point where you have 2 points that you have to, strategies you develop. Bias for action, which basically says you don't wait for the perfect plan. If you have the idea, motivation, go do it. If you have a minimal viable product or service, go and just test it out, do it, or else you will never know. And if you don't know, you're not learning, okay? Number 1 is calculated risk-taking. Develop the ability to take risk. If you cannot take risk, you'll never know what could have been. Like, look at that. Bill Gates worked out of a garage, and he took the risk to take it bigger and better. And look at him today.
Yep.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something about that, because sometimes people said, oh, I'm in my job, I'm not risking. insurance brand.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
completely wrong. They're risking all their life because what they're risking is that they believe that their pension plan is going to be there for all their lives. And until when they finish and they go to ask the government, give me my pension, they will be very disappointed because
Very
Mhm.
true. Very
the
true.
economy that day, when they
Yeah.
find out how much they're getting, it's already hit on with the kind of expectancy so way high that the money they're supposed to get is very low. So that's what the
Yes.
problem is. Sometimes people think, oh no, I have my 40 hours every week. I have my home, I have everything, what I need, and it's done. Yes, but you know what you're risking? That you want to win the life and you want to enjoy powerful things. You're already ill, you're already old, you're already with no money because economy has so much inflation, and at the end of the day you never risk anything other than being poor and being the exact way of the same place where you should be because you never risk
Exactly.
anything
Yep.
above and outside.
And just to add a little here, Rose, attending some of your breakfast meets, trust me, the energy that we all bring there together, the opportunities that I see, because sometimes we'll be stuck to maybe our jobs, the daily day-to-day routine, what we've been
Yes.
doing, and things like this. But then the opportunities that you get in the breakfast meet, the brainstorming session when you're talking to each other, and when you're bringing this energy and idea sharing, I put it this way, these breakfast meets bring in a lot of idea sharing. I might learn from you, you might learn from me, and then together we can build something beautiful and go on and carry this along. So this is something very powerful. I put it this way because this is having power. So please do attend. I pledge people to come and see what she does. It's a lot of efforts, it's a lot of brainstorming, it takes a lot of initiative, and to put people together, it's not easy in this cold weather.
It is true, my friend. But you know
Yeah.
what? I believe that the winners, they never
Yes.
out of the sight, or they're thinking, oh, who's gonna grab me? No, the
Yeah.
winners are
No.
always ahead, winning and
Yes.
searching for this kind of place to be in. So I do really thank you, Dave. I really thank you, Amita. You're wonderful people. Honestly,
Thank
with
you.
my heart, I really thank for
Thank
people
you
that
so
I
much.
I can say you're my friends, my colleagues, that we are together and we
Yeah.
can really find and get other people in the same brainstorming and the same pattern of growth. And maybe,
Yep.
one day we make a huge organization and we said, man, we did it because we believe,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Perfect.
Exactly. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yes. I just want to leave a message here to let them know again. So on Sunday, we're meeting on the 25th of January at 9:30, very early, but you need a coffee, you need to start your day very, very high level. So we're going to power ourselves and we're going to be there until 1. We have powerful gifts that we give to all our attendees, and we also give them, that hug and that friendship that we belong. So do
Yeah.
not be at home, rather come. Take your time to come and meet these wonderful people. Amita, Dave, Ileana, Miriam, and myself, and perhaps all the invited guests. Because the invited guests are really the protagonists. They're going to be talking about who they are and how they can correlate with us. So
Yeah.
also, we really thank you for being here. Amita, if you can leave your social media so people can interact with you anytime.
Yes. Sure.
Perfect.
I will. Thank you.
Let me know, please, if you can say it here, your social media.
Oh, okay. You can follow me on Priceless Amita, and also on Facebook. I do talk, and we run an initiative called Voice of Mississauga. So that's also there in Instagram. Please do like, follow, and share and promote us. Thank you.
I think that you should go to Voice of Mississauga. I think you
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
actually interviewed by these people and talk about good things that we are doing here in this society,
Oh,
perhaps
yes.
even better things,
Yes.
right?
We will. We will talk about it. Yes.
What about you, Dave? You want to leave us a last message here to the people, please?
I would say we gave you a taste of what is to come for the breakfast. The whole idea is to basically give you the actual strategies for entrepreneurial success. We told you about Maslow's hierarchy needs of importance, the 4 stages of learning. Now, if you want to hear how we build that business and make it a success, I'll see you guys Sunday, the 25th of January.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're
Thank
being
you
a
so much.
pleasure here at Hablando Entre Mujeres, talking among women, and perhaps Break the Rose production. We love you guys. See you then very soon. Ciao,
Thank
Thank
ciao.
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hola, soy Rosemarie Sánchez, autora internacional bestseller, oradora profesional, coach de negocios y marketing. Soy conductora de los programas de radio y televisión Quebrando Barreras, Hablando Entre Mujeres, Esencia Mundial. Transmitido por Break the Rose Production Podcast en Facebook, igualmente en YouTube. Asimismo, tenemos aliados como Al Día Radio, Impacto FM Stereo, Universus Radios y Frequencify FM. Te esperamos siempre en los programas de coaching y marketing que te ofrecemos por medio de la academia Break the Rose Academy. Y sin más decir, siempre eres tú el protagonista. Gracias.